So, you're stuck at home and all the gyms are closed, and you decide, hey, I'm just going to build my own climbing wall. Cool, but what will you need? Well, maybe I can help. You'll need T-nuts, cap socket bolts, holes, obviously, a drill with a 7/16 inch bit, and a butt ton of screws, dimensional lumber, and 3/4 inch plywood. At the bare minimum. What did I need? Well, to learn how important it was to tighten my bolts for starters. What didn't I need? Well, I didn't need to plan it in 3D. To make it adjustable. And to make a build video. But I did all that, because why not? I know a lot of people don't have patience for long, drawn-out build videos, so this is just a cut down of a longer build video that's also on my channel. And if you have the time, I suggest you check that out. It goes into more details of exactly what I did. So now that we have that out of the way, let's just get into the time lapse. First I had to mark out the grid for all of my T-nuts. Then I had to laboriously drill all 128 holes per sheet for said T-nuts. Then I gave it a quick rub around the edge and a sand. The next step was to coat all the pieces of plywood with at least 2 coats of paint. After the paint was dry, now it was the super fun task of having to hammer in all the T-nuts. I hope you picked up on my sarcasm. There were 3 screws per nut. That is, what is that? That is a lot of hardware. I can't exactly say that this part was fun. Then I cut my final piece of plywood into a smaller kick plate and the remainder of the wall. And then I repeated the exact same task. Alright, then it was time to actually start framing this. The framing is pretty simple. I go into more detail in the build video, but essentially it's 24 inch on center. Once I had built the kick plate and the frame and added all the panels on, it was time to attach the two together. But first we needed to flip this entire wall over, and while it might look easy in this clip, I assure you it was not. To attach the wall with the hinges, it needed to be at a 90-degree angle, so I had to build a frame and prop it up to get it to be level. Then it was just a matter of screwing in all the hinges and adding some temporary legs. Unfortunately, I lost my helper for a few days, so I ended up having to hoist it up by myself. The way I did this was with a jack. More details as to why or why not this was a good idea in my longer build video. After the taxing exercise of getting the wall onto the jack, it was time to attach the legs and the ratchet straps. Using some bolts, I did just that, and then I could start to use the actual legs themselves to continue to hoist the wall up to its full height. Fast forward to the next day and it kind of looks like a finished climbing wall, but it's not. I wanted to beef the legs up a bit, and I wanted to add a tarp to the back. And then I also needed to add more pilot holes to the supports so I could adjust the wall height and lock it in place. And here you can see how that kind of works. So I adjusted it from my first position to 35 degrees, and that's where I left it to set my first problem. Which, after not climbing for over a month, was this super fun jug haul of a V2, let's say. Anyway, as I mentioned earlier, this is just a short cut down of the longer build video. If you have any questions about what I did here, or you just want to check that out, you can find it in the description below, or again, on my channel. If you're fine with just this video, that's totally cool as well. But if you have a second, please like and subscribe if you dig. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around, and until next time, peace.